Hello beautiful souls, it's Mary Rose from PsychicSoulmateReading.com. In this video, I will be giving you a reading for the month of August 2018. Don't worry if you're watching this after that date, it doesn't matter because the reading is meant for you. That is how spirit guides work. And if this reading does not resonate with everything that's going on with you, visit back because the reading will give you a message. That is how spirit guides work. That is the way the law of attraction works. You're drawn here for a reason, and that is the way it works. Okay, I have been posting my YouTube readings for the past 3 years, and I've gotten really busy, and I'm called upon to just do the readings just once a month. So I'm going to be posting them once a month, but I will be posting weekly readings on Instagram, IGTV. They just launched a new platform, Instagram has, and it's pretty amazing because it's going to grow just like YouTube. But I have a wider and a bigger audience, and I have so many people on. I have like thousands and thousands of followers who need me. Not that you don't need me, of course you do need me. I'm going to be still posting, but I'm not going to be putting so much of my attention on YouTube. I love YouTube, yes, but I'm just more of going to be focusing on Instagram and IGTV, and also Facebook is connected to Instagram, so it's the same company. But I'm going to be posting the weekly videos on Instagram TV, IGTV. And if you would like to see the weekly videos, just go to Instagram if you have an account, or if you want to create an account, it's free. And just look me up, Psychic Soulmate. That's my username, just like it is on YouTube. So just look me up, and you can see that right on the front of the my profile, you'll see IGTV. So I'll be posting weekly readings. And somebody commented, I said this before in my newsletter, and somebody asked me, they said, well, why don't you just post the same video? Yeah, I can post the same video, but it's not the same because with YouTube, I have to keep the camera long, and with Instagram, it's kind of like it has to be vertical. So it's like it has to be two different formats, and it's not that easy. Come on, I have like, you know what? I'm doing readings all day. I'm marketing. I'm doing life. Just basically so much going on in my life. It's hard to do it all. But I want to do it all, and I have to go where I'm being called upon. So I haven't left you guys, I'm still here. And yeah, so I just wanted to let you know that you can still see my weekly videos, and they won't be the same videos, so look me up. Okay, so I have my cards, and the cards that I'm working with are the Mystic Dreamer, and I love these cards. I've been working with them for a while, and they just talk to me. Okay, so before I begin, just gonna do a little blessing, calling on to a higher power. Angels of light, please give us a message for our highest good, for what we need to know here and now. Okay. All right, for our month, what do we need to know? Okay, cutting them in 3. Okay. First card, 5 of Cups. Second card, 4 of Swords, High Priestess, and 8 of Pentacles. Okay, set those aside. All right. Okay, so we got the 5 of Cups. It's pretty bright in here. The 5 of Cups represents looking at things that have fallen down, as opposed to looking at what's behind you. It's kind of like looking at the glass half empty rather than being half full. So it's kind of like telling you that you need to, there's something that you're not looking at. You're looking at something that, you're looking at the past is what you are. You're dwelling on the past. Okay, now we do right now, what's going on right now, if you're watching this when I post this video, we had Mercury retrograding. Mercury's retrograde right now. We also have quite a few planets that are retrograde. We got Mars, Venus, Saturn, Neptune. Jupiter went direct, but it'll go back into retrograde in March again. We also have Pluto. And did I say Neptune? Yes. Okay. All of those planets are in retrograde. And we just, like, that is, just saying that is just enough, because what that means is that it kind of slows us up a little bit. It kind of makes us feel a little bit stagnate. It makes us feel a little bit like we feel restricted in some way. We just feel like we're procrastinating. Like you can go on like making all these excuses, okay? And that is what it is. It's like being disappointed with yourself, being disappointed by whatever it is that has happened, you know, and not looking at what you got right now and here now. You're like, if you've had some rejection or some kind of negative that happened, you're dwelling onto it. It's time to just push it aside, clear and delete, and you know, let it go. You're not like, the best way to turn this around, gratitude. You got to look at the little things that you have. I would say get a gratitude journal and you know, write into it. Also, saying positive affirmations. I love this book. It's one of my favorites. It's You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay. And there's just so many different affirmations that are in here. And I just pulled a page and it says, self-criticizing is totally missing the mark. And it's basically saying that it will only intensify the procrastination and laziness. Interesting how I just opened that up. So it's basically what she says is to place the place to put the mental energy is into releasing the old and creating a new thought pattern. And the affirmation is, say, I am willing to release the need to be unworthy. I am worthy of the very best in my life. That's another one. And also another one is, I now lovingly allow myself to accept it. Okay, as she says, as I spend a few days doing this affirmation over and over, my outer effect pattern of procrastination will automatically begin to fade. It'll be automatically to begin to fade. Yeah, so it's basically saying that you need to just use some affirmation work on yourself. You need to do some work. When I say work on yourself, it sounds like, oh, I got to get all this work done. The work that I'm talking about is just like looking at yourself and like working through the mind. You know, the mind is the what's triggering and bringing on all these things and making you think that, you know, everything is gloom. And yeah, I'm not saying that your story isn't real. No, I'm not saying that that is not real. Like those 3 cups that's fallen down, but you got to let them go. You got to get into the habit of change, and change is good. You got to look towards the future. Okay, so this is what the first week or whatever week we're watching this. I shouldn't have said that because, like I said, this reading is for whenever. Okay, and as I was talking about Mercury retrograde, it's like don't take it so seriously. Like you can offset that. I'm not saying to go and like, well, it just does suggest Mercury when it's retrograde to not buy electronics and just to be aware that things don't, they kind of go backwards. Things go haywire, anything electronically. You know, I've talked about it in my previous videos about Mercury retrograde. I'll post it below so you understand. But it's important to not let it rule your life, you know, because if you do, then you're only going to allow the negativity to set in. If something has to be done, it has to be done. If there's anything that has to be done, you know, you do need a new phone, you do need a new computer, you got to buy it, you got to get it, or you got to fix it, whatever it is. But you got to just be aware of those influences, that it's like a weather forecast. You know, it's raining, it's actually raining right now while I'm filming this, and you're going to take an umbrella with you, right? So that's the same idea. If you have you know, if you're in need of some kind of electronical device that you need to do, or you have to do something that you've never done before, you're receiving something new, you're doing something new with a new project, and you have no choice, and you got to just do it. But be aware of the frustration of that could happen. Now, when I say frustration, let me rephrase that. It's not about the frustration. It's more about when something doesn't go right. Just be calm and breathe and use the affirmations like I was saying, and just be aware of what's happening. Okay, all right, so that is what that is telling us. The Four of Swords was the next card, and as you can see, the Four of Swords is, well, we can't really see. The Four of Swords is actually a resting card. It means to reflect, to get back to what you need to do, and you need to get back into your own groove of your own self. Okay, you got to shine your light, you got to find your light. Okay, and if you notice, I am wearing a Led Zeppelin t-shirt, and I'll show you it. I really love this t-shirt, but it's got the Hermit too. That's another card too. So like it's telling you to find your inner light. And that's why I love this, because the Hermit represents finding your inner light. And that is what the Four of Swords is taking your time, reflect. Go back to things that you need to do, like with yourself, like reflect a little bit, relax, turn off the lights, turn off, not your light, but just turn off all the busyness, the busy bee energy, everything that is so busy. Start to turn it down a notch. Take your time. And when I say busyness, I mean the mind. The mind tells us, well, this is supposed to be done. Well, that's got to be done. And you're just going on and on and on with that. And you think that it's all that it has to be done, but you know what? It's going to be there for you again. It's going to happen. It's like, you know, it's just the way life is, but it's telling you now that you got to take a break. So maybe some self-care, maybe some self-love that might help. That's a really good thing to do. I would say that's what that's telling you. Honestly, to find your light. The Hermit came up. I guess the Hermit came up in my shirt that I put on today. It's not here, but I'm just saying it's a part of the reading. So the Four of Swords is saying to take that and fly with it. Like just take some time to do for yourself. Take some self-love, some self-care. Find some time for you. And when you do that, you're going to come back feeling amazing. So it's really important that you take time off. Okay? And the third card is the High Priestess, and I love the High Priestess. She's one of my favorites because the High Priestess is intuition. It's receiving the intuition. She's a divine feminine is what she is, and she is the female within us. Even if you're a man watching this, it's the divine feminine. We all have the feminine and the masculine within us, okay? And the divine feminine is the intuition, okay? And the intuition is telling you that you're getting some strong messages. You're getting some strong hunches. You're getting some strong feelings. Listen to those feelings. You got to listen to it. Like Spirit is talking to you. Spirit is giving you a message. And I know that sounds kind of to some people, Spirit is talking to me, like, oh my God, is there a ghost? No, Spirit, I'm talking about Spirit, the divine, great Spirit. You want to call it guardian angel, you want to call it whatever you want to call it, source, divine intelligence. It's all the same, but it's Spirit. And it's also telling you that there is a message that's there for you, something that you need to be doing. It's telling you to look at this, and you know what that is. You are building on something, and your intuition is the one that's going to help you to get to the next level on whatever you're building. And even if it's relating to love, or it's relating to whatever your inquiry is about, or whatever your situation is, you're building, and it's going to take some time for that to build. But first you got to take some time for yourself and listen to the intuition, because you won't be able to shine your light or get your light out there or be a light to other people. Because when I say a light to other people, I'm talking about shining to other people, because we are here to help one another, and we're here to help. They're here to help us. That is what life is all about. It's called love. And for you to be able to inspire or get inspired, because it's a love and take thing with all of us, you know, in a good way, we need to take care, because you're going to burn yourself out. And if you notice that things are going negative in your life, that's because you're not taking any time for yourself. You're not giving some self-care and some self-love for yourself. You know, you need it. You're crying for it inside, and you don't realize that you are. You know, if you think that you're not being loved and you've got no love in your life, well, then you're not loving yourself. You got to take care of you. And even if you're dwelling on something from the past, like the Five of Cups, you got to just let that go and not procrastinate. You know, clear and delete, move on. You know, it's just stop regretting of why you did this. Stop moping. stop it. Stop moping about it. I don't know where that's coming from. I don't usually use that word, but it's just here right now, telling me to tell you that you need to move on. And the last card, this would be the Eight of Pentacles. This is working. Working really hard. And actually, as you can see, she is, I don't know if you can see that, it's all bright in here. The Eight of Pentacles, she's got a pentacle and she's building. She looks very successful. She's mastered. She's actually mastered her craft. She's actually accomplished what she set up for herself. She's a master at this. She's She could be a master painter, master dancer, she's a singer. She could be a master in her craft. And that takes dedication. You know, if you are trying to accomplish something and you're trying to build on something, you got to be very consistent. You got to show up. You got to keep pressing play, you know. And if it's relating to health matters and you're trying to get yourself back to being healthy, it's not going to happen for you unless you do something about it. And you know, a lot of times, okay, I'm just going to give you an example. We say, okay, I want to go on a diet. I'll wait till Monday, and it's Thursday. I was like, why wait till Monday? Do it now. Time is now. Time is a ticking. And we got a little cat here. You want to come on over? Yes, he's coming over. You want to come on my lap? Come on. Yeah. Okay, so it was a little bit of a fight to get him up on my lap because the microphone fell, the camera fell. Anyways, he has messages too. I can feel that he's got something to say for all of us. And you know what? He's telling you not to be afraid. That's the energy I'm getting. Yeah. He's saying to not be afraid, that it's all going to be good. And that is his message to you. Honestly, the reason why I say that is because he's on my lap and I got shorts on and he's got claws. And I can just feel that he's just saying to you that if you trust and relax and just know that like just to love yourself and just to rest, give yourself some self-care, self-love, that you're going to actually build onto what you need in your life. And also not to push, because that's another thing, boundaries. Cats are very, their energy is about building boundaries, and they like to just come and go as they please. Cats don't like to, they don't like to come when you call them. My cat will come to me. And they also are very afraid when their territory is being shooken up. And yeah, they just love to be pampered and loved. But another thing that he's trying to tell you, I can feel his energy, is to play. He loves to play. That's the one thing about this cat, is that he loves to play. He's 14 and he is so playful, like a kitten. And so he's telling you to play and not to be afraid, to just go within and look at all the good stuff that you have. So I'm going to just take him off my lap because I'm just afraid he's going to put the claws in. Yes. So as I was saying about this, Eight of Pentacles tells you to just be alert and just to keep doing what you're doing and using the tools that you are given, that you have within you. I love to work with crystals and essential oils, and I love to say affirmations, and I love to do all of these things, and these things help me to get connected to my higher power and to feeling it. Sorry, I'm all messed up here. One of the things I love to do is I love to burn sage and Palo Santo wood. That helps me to get right connected and helps to cleanse the energy of that surrounding. Also, I love to work with a singing bowl as well, because a singing bowl will cleanse my crystals. They will cleanse the environment and cleanse the room. And it's just really helpful to do that. And I also work with my feathers because they are actually something that helps me get into the zone, and I can feel it when I'm doing like a lot of readings. I can feel the energy from the bird, actually, because I love animal medicine, and I can feel the energy from that particular bird. And so if you'd like to get a longer reading with me, please go to my website, psychicsoulmatereading.com, and don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel, my YouTube channel. And if you would like to see more of me on Instagram, just go to Psychic Soulmate on Instagram and just follow me. I follow back, but I only follow open accounts. I don't usually follow private accounts unless I really know the person, because I feel like person's privacy, it's their personal account. So go ahead and look for me, Psychic Soulmate, on Instagram. And until next video, thank you so much and have yourself a beautiful day. Peace and blessings. Namaste.